All set for action as the South African and Zimbabwean starting fives get ready to get the women's competition underway. Some vocal support from the South African men's team who's supporting their girls in this opening encounter, and I'm sure the Zimbabwean men will give the same support for their girls. But a bit of indecision here from the referees as to possession, and Zimbabwe will gain possession here. So Zimbabwe in possession, but Miska Kamaluddin for South Africa trying to get the possession, but half-court violation is called on the Zimbabwean girls. Number 8, Masimi for South Africa, plays it in to Kamaluddin. Number 4, closely watched by the Zimbabwean number 6 there, Mandy Dube. Kamaluddin throws it into South Africa's number 6, Moeng, but she's unable to convert, and the rebound picked up by Makani for Zimbabwe. Possession now with Musa, and Kamaluddin picks the big ball up, but is fouled by number 12, Makani. Kamaluddin plays it into Ndlela. Sorry, into Moeng. Kamaladin back to Moeng. Moeng puts a shot up, and first points of the game go advantage South Africa as Telebohile Moeng converts, and South Africa get the first points of the game. Zimbabwe now come up with number 9, Musa. South African defense quite high, looking to keep them out. And Makunga for South Africa trying to put pressure on number 9, Musa for Zimbabwe. And a wild shot there by the Zimbabwean girls. Rebound picked up by Kamaladin, and she finds Moeng. And Nkunga fighting, scrapping with the bigger Zimbabwean player, and does some good job there, and maintains possession for South Africa. Great work there by the locally based Nkunga, formerly a player of the Wheelchair Marlins, and she finds her counterpart Dudu Gwaza, also a locally based player here in Durban. Kamaladin puts a shot up, is unable to convert, and game is stopped as one of the Zimbabweans' chair has an issue and the wheels are a bit loose, and Tandire Mlovu. This broadcast is made possible by our major sponsor Cecil, and we are grateful for the opportunity that they have allowed us to bring all these games to you live on live streaming, thanks to TV Sports and News Productions. Dudu Gwaza for South Africa brings the ball up. Working hard to get into the key, manages to do so, but is fouled on the way through by number 11, Makoni. Dudu Gwaza misses her first free throw. Dudu Gwaza makes the second attempt, it's unsuccessful, and rebound is picked up by Makoni, and she passes it out to Musa. Musa and Makoni combining to try and get out of the half, and Moeng from South Africa grabbing the ball, but the alternating possession will see South Africa pick up possession. Looks like a foul was actually called, and that's by the number 8 for Zimbabwe. And now South Africa with the ball with Moeng. She puts up the shot, unable to make it count, but draws the foul out of number 9, Musa for Zimbabwe. Moeng now trying to extend South Africa's lead, get some more points on the board, and unable to do so. Moeng for the second attempt, unsuccessful. Possession now with Zimbabwe. Number 6 is Mandy Dube, but deflected, and it's picked up by Danae Mosimi. Finds Moeng. Moeng puts up the shot, doesn't drop for her. Kamaladin putting the number 9 for Zimbabwe, Madine Musa, under pressure, but the Zimbabweans managed to break free, but called for the 8-second violation. So good start here by the South Africans, although they haven't managed to convert many opportunities just yet. They are keeping the Zimbabweans in their half at the moment. All right, Kamaladin finds Durigwaza. She finds Moeng. Moeng looking to get Kamaladin into the game, and she finds Gwaza, who puts up the shot, and South Africa up to 4. Zimbabwe inbound. Majoni passes the ball back to number 11, Mutarini, but once again, one of the Zimbabwean players is on the floor, and so the game has stopped. Stoppage in play as the Zimbabwean player Musa gets her chair and strapping sorted. A couple of last minute repairs there to the chair of Ndlovu, and now Congo will get the game back started. She passes it to Kamaladin for South Africa. Kamaladin looking to get Moeng into the game, but she keeps possession, and she'll put up the shot. Rebound, and Dana Mateo unable to pick up that rebound, and Zimbabwe will now have the possession. Majani passes the ball to Mandy Dube. Out of bounds with South Africa getting possession now. Kamaladin for South Africa, the playmaker, brings the ball up, finds Moeng. Moeng looking to put the shot up, she does, and is fouled at the same time by number 8 Majoni, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. First attempt is good there by Moeng. Second attempt, rebound picked up for Zimbabwe by Musa. But Zimbabwe are battling to get out of their half at the moment. Called for another 8-second violation, and the South African defense is working hard. Kamaladin once more finds Durigwaza, looks to get the shot up. Rebound, Mandy Dube picks it up, and the South African Moeng reaches in and is called for the foul. All right, Musa inbounds the ball, finds Ndlovu, and Ndlovu doesn't quite know what to do with it, lays it off to Musa. Zimbabwe struggling to get into the key, and manages to draw the foul out of Deneo Masime for South Africa, and she ends up on the floor, and South African player there, assisted by the assistant coach Ntombeni. South African men's team giving the girls some support. Always vocal Shane Williams in the background. Zimbabwe put the shot up, trying to get on the board still in this game. but rebound falls to Kamladeen, and she releases Musemi, and she will look to convert. Unfortunately misses for South Africa, and now Moeng finds Gaza. She puts up another shot, but unsuccessful there, but draws the foul out of Mandy Dube and will go to the line for 2 shots. Good to see Leon Flasher, former board member of WBSA, watching this live feed. And once again, I'd like to welcome everybody from across the world watching this game. The first encounter in the women's competition of the 2017 Afro World Wheelchair Basketball Qualification Tournament here in Durban, South Africa. Waza now attempts her first 3 throw, unsuccessful. Second attempt, Waza makes it, and South Africa out to a 6-point lead. Keep the comments coming in there, people. We do appreciate all the feedback. Thank you to Lucas Satole for the comment. The venue does look great, the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre, and lots of hard work put in by the local organising committee here in South Africa, including the likes of Sipaman Lagumbi, Charles Saunders, Andrew Skuman, Stephen Madubela, to name just a few people. Shot clock violation there by Zimbabwe, as the South African defense is making life very difficult for Zimbabwe at the moment. And some great work, specifically mentioning Miska Kamladeen, who is in possession of the ball at the moment. Musemi keeping out the Zimbabwean player. Judy Gwaza now in possession. Puts up, gets the shot out there by Linda Bosele, but no good, and Zimbabwe pick up the rebound. Number 11 for Zimbabwe is Juliet Mutarini, and she finds Musa, but closely marked there by Makunga from South Africa. Rebound picked up by Linda Bosele, and she finds Taneo Musemi. Reach in there by the Zimbabwean Musa, and she gets possession almost, but Nkungo wins it back for South Africa. Bit scrappy at the moment, and Miska Kamladeen looking to get some composure in the side, but shot clock violation, and Zimbabwe will take the possession. Okay, Zimbabwe looking to get some points on the board at this stage. And the South African girls with a strong defensive line at the free throw line extended, and Zimbabwe battling to penetrate. So very good work there by the South African girls. Linda Bosele picks up possession, passes it to Kamladeen, and she counter-attacks for the South Africans, but loses control and goes out of bounds. So Zimbabwe will now have possession, and will look to try and get into the South African half and get some points on the board. And Glovo now with possession for Zimbabwe. She finds the number 9 for Zimbabwe, Musa, and she puts up a shot. It's unsuccessful, and ball goes out of bounds. South Africa will pick up the possession. Kamladeen brings up the ball, working closely with Nkungo. Plays it into Linda Bosele. She puts up the shot, fouled in the process, and she'll go to the line. Foul there on number 9 for Zimbabwe. Moline Musa. Basile now trying to make these shots count, misses the first effort. Takes the second effort and successful. Substitution by South Africa. Kamladeen comes off the court, and that will bring the number 15, Feliles Langa. Pazu trade up in Gauteng. All right, Zimbabwe with Moline Musa trying to make something happen here for the Zimbabweans. South Africa's defense is holding tight. Ball gets out, gets through, back to Ndlovu. She puts up the shot as the shot clock goes, and shot clock violation. Felile Langa bringing the ball up for the South Africans. The echoes of the famous war cry of South Africa, Shosholoza, and Durban converts for South Africa, and they take a 9-point lead, and coach Alex Matea wants to have a word with his charges as a timeout is called. Once again, we would like to recognize our sponsors, major sponsor of the tournament, Sasol, and as well as being the major sponsor of wheelchair basketball in South Africa. Thank you to the city of Durban, the municipality of Qualifiers. Thanks go to the Hampshire Hotel here in Belida, where all the teams are staying, as well as Travels and Tours. The guys from Portal Projects, Roma Kim, Medipost, High Tech Therapy, and a special shout out to BlackRock Security for providing all the security at this event. Be sure to follow us here on Wheelchair Basketball South Africa's Facebook page, where we bring you all the live games, and the live games produced and broadcast here by the guys at TV, Sports and News, and productions, and like our YouTube channel, as well as visit www.basketball.co.za, where you can find out more information about the 2017 Afro World Championship Qualification Tournament currently taking place here in Durban. Zimbabwe looking to get their first points on the board. Shot goes up and unsuccessful, but the foul by number 10 for South Africa, Avive Ngoni. That gives I was about to say would give Zimbabwe the opportunity for the free throws, but side ball possession, and Juliet Motineri gets the ball in for Zimbabwe. Possession goes to Ndlovu and then on to Musa, Moline Musa, pivotal player for the Zimbabwean women. But South Africa's defense holds, and the shot clock sounds, and South Africa will take possession of the ball. Right, Langa with possession for South Africa, passes it out to Basile, back to Langa, and she will convert, and South Africa taken an 11-point lead. Women's wheelchair basketball in South Africa was boosted this year with the formation of their first national league, and that was won by the Northwest Stinging Bees, who beat the KwaZulu Warriors in the final this year. And it's good to see that the women's game is now getting more support, and we hope that we can see this develop throughout the rest of the continent. All right, Langa with possession for South Africa. Gets the ball over the half court, but one of the South African players has seemed to injure herself and is lying out on the court. Assistant coach Ralph Reynolds helps her up. That's Congo, but she's good to go. Pilile Langa plays the ball through to Dudugwaza, who finds Linda Bosele. She puts a shot up, unsuccessful, but a rebound picked up there by Zimbabwe's Mutanarini and brought up the court by Marlene Musa. Foul is called by number 6 for Zimbabwe, Mandy Dube, and possession now to South Africa. .24 seconds left here of this first quarter of the match between South Africa and Zimbabwe, with South Africa holding out at the moment with an 11-0 victory. So the Zimbabwean girls really struggling to break the South African defense, and are yet to topple the score table at this stage of the game. Langa now looking to get in Gwaza, but her pass is a bit wayward, and ball goes out of bounds. 12 seconds left of this game, of this first quarter, and South Africa will apply their press and prevent the Zimbabwean girls from making much progress. Possession now with Nglovo for Zimbabwe, and she finds Mandy Dube, but that's the end of the first quarter, and South Africa quite comfortable with their 11-point lead at this stage, and they look forward to the second quarter, and we'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre here in Durban, South Africa, as the second quarter is about to get underway, with South Africa leading 11-0 in this first women's pool game for the 2017 Afro World Championship qualifiers here in Durban, South Africa. My name's Jerry Smith, and I'll be talking you through the rest of this game. Zimbabwe now with the possession, and they'll be looking to get some points on the board. All right, Zimbabwe get us underway for the second quarter. Ball with Majoni, and the ball eventually comes through to Johnny, but unfortunately possession loss, and Kunja working hard to get the ball, but unable to pick it up, and Zimbabwe will pick it up again through number 11, Juliet Mutarini, and the shot clock violation there. So yeah. All right. Felile Langa with the ball, looking to get Durigwaza in, but she puts up the shot, and the rebound hits Juliet Monterini and bounces out, with South Africa picking up the possession. Langa with possession for South Africa. Tries to feed it through to Gwaza, but good work there by Zimbabwe's number 11, Mutarini. Zimbabwe struggling at this stage of the game. And number 9, Malin Musa, the captain, standout player for them, but the South African defense is solid, and Linda Basile picks up the ball and throws it towards Langa. She's unable to pick up possession, but it bounces back off the Zimbabwean wheel, and Basile will have a chance to extend the lead. Misses, but local Durban girl Judy Gwaza is on hand to score for South Africa. And Gwaza did miss the opportunity for the steal, and the ball ricochets off her. So South Africa substitution. So number 9, Eviwe Ngoni will come on, and Mandisa Mkongo will go off. All right, Zimbabwe with possession to their captain Malin Musa, but Judy Gwaza for South Africa now brings up the ball, finds Linda Basile in the key. She'll look to get the shot up, which she does. Foul was called before the shot, and that basket will not count, but Linda will now have the inbound possession from the side. Langa inbounds it to Basile. She finds Gwaza, who tries to bring in Langa again, but Felile Langa unable to keep possession in that situation there. All right, Zimbabwe with possession. They're finding Glover over the halfway line now. Malin Musa, the captain for Zimbabwe, with possession. Closely watched there by Linda Basile, and eventually she concedes the travel violation. Once again, welcome to everybody watching this live stream, and we ask you to follow our Facebook page, get us on YouTube, and you'll be sure not to miss all the action of this tournament, the 2017 Afro World Championship qualification tournament, coming to you live from Durban at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre. Feel free to comment, and we'll try and get back to you during the course of the game. Judy Gwaza's attempt bobbles out of the basket, and the Zimbabweans try to effect a fast break, but unfortunately for them, Juliet Mutarini's pass goes astray, and South Africa pick up possession once more. Good to see Wiseman Dlamini watching the game, and WBSA Chairman and President, Mr. Craig Murgas and Shaq Mateng. Welcome to this feed as Durban gets her shot up, but rebound picked up by Juliet Mutarini. And number 9, the captain, Marlene Musa, is unable to convert that opportunity for Zimbabwe to get on the board. And South Africa now in possession with Avive Ngoni, and she plays it through to Durban. Durban brings the ball up now, looking to get Linda Busele in. It goes in herself, looks for the shot, unsuccessful there. Rebound picked up once again by Musa, and she passes along, pass out to Ndlovu. She puts up the shot, unsuccessful again, and Felili Langa picks up the ball, distributes it to Durban. Brings it up for South Africa as Shosha Loza comes billowing out from the stands, and the South African local support getting behind their girls. Zimbabwe now with Mandy Dube, with Tandiwe Ndlovu, and her wheel goes flying. Foul called on number 13 for South Africa, Linda Busele, and it gives us an opportunity for South Africa to make their substitution, and Busele will come on and come off, and Daneo Musimi comes onto the court, and we will also now see number 6 for South Africa, Kelebogile Moeng. All right, Zimbabwe looking to bring possession and make it count. And Ndlovu passes it to the captain, Musa. She puts up a shot, unsuccessful. And Ndlovu gets the rebound, and at last Zimbabwe are on the board. Another stoppage. Substitution now by South Africa. And the first look at Katiwe Zulu as she replaces Filele Langa. Ball there inbounded to Katiwe Zulu. Zulu with possession. Judy Gwaza trying to free up some space for her, which she achieves, and Zulu still in possession, trying to find Moeng, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by the Zimbabweans. South Africa will gain possession once more. Timeout called by South Africa, and they maintain a 13-2 lead here with 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes 14 to go in the first half. Thanks to Dinesh Babu for the support for the Zimbabwean team. Keep those comments coming, guys. We appreciate the support, and excited to bring you this live action of the 2017 Afro World Wheelchair Basketball Championship qualification tournament, coming to you live from the beautiful city of Durban and the impressive Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre. All right, almost ready for the action to continue. Next up after this particular game, we've got the South African men as Judu Gwaza converts her attempt there, and South Africa now lead the Zimbabwean girls 15-2. South African men up next up, they're taking on the strong Egyptian side, which promises to be a tough encounter. Egypt convincing winners over Zimbabwe yesterday, and South Africa will be looking to bounce back from their loss against Morocco, and will try and get one over the North African country. So that comes to you immediately after this game at 3 o'clock. In the meantime, Maweng trying to get the ball over the half, and unsuccessful. 8-second violation there. And some good defensive work by the Zimbabwean goal. Good to see vocal support now from the Zimbabwean men's side, trying to get behind the ladies team. Captain Musa now trying to get in. Good work though by Eviva Ngoni. Musa sets up a shot and it's unsuccessful. Dudu Gwaza throws a long pass to Maweng, and she'll look to convert, but she does, and South Africa back up to a 15-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to go in this first half, and South Africa look like they are in total control at the moment. Zimbabwe now with possession. Tandiwe and Glovo, but unfortunately out of bounds, and South Africa will pick up the possession. Maweng now for South Africa. Finds Dudu Gwaza, but good work there by the number 11 for Zimbabwe, Juliet Mutariri. Knocks the ball out, and South Africa now will have possession. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Dudu Gwaza puts up the shot, and successful. Rebound picked up by Musa, the captain. She gets possession back, and unfortunately for them, once again called for the 8-second violation. So good defensive work there again by the South Africans. Ngoni finds Maweng back to Lungile Ndlela. Foul is called. Foul is called on the captain Musa, and South Africa will have the inbound from the back. Musime picks up the inbound pass, puts up a shot, but doesn't touch a rim, and Zimbabwe will regain possession. All right, Zimbabwe bring up the ball back in the hands of their captain Musa. Marlene Musa still in possession. She finds Ndlovu unable to make the basket count there, and Dudu Gwaza picks it up again for South Africa, and gets their attack going. Foul there by number 14. Unfortunately, folks, we haven't been given the name of our number 14 on this. Correction heard. So number 14 on the foul there was Tomu. Maweng passes the ball into Ketiwe Zulu. Zulu with possession once more, puts the shot up, unsuccessful. Maweng picks up the rebound, and she passes it to Dudu Gwaza. Dudu Gwaza to Ketiwe Zulu. Zulu trying to get in, in Lela, but the shot clock has run down, and Zimbabwe will take possession once more. 4 for Zimbabwe is Shate. And once again, Zimbabwe unable to maintain possession, and Moeng for South Africa brings the ball up. Looking to play in Zulu, but unfortunately the pass hits her wheel, and for Zimbabwe, Juliet Muturini picks up the ball and gets the attack going for Zimbabwe. Musa with possession puts up a shot, and it's unsuccessful. Shate finds the number 14 Tomu, once again unable to make it count. And Dudu Gwaza now with the ball for South Africa, looking to finish this half off strong with just over a minute 20 to play. She finds Moeng, who puts up the shot and takes South Africa's tally now to 19. 17-point lead. South Africa in total control at this stage. Turnover again by the Zimbabweans, and Dudu Gwaza picks up the ball. One of the Zimbabwean girls is out of her chair, but the play goes on in the meantime. Dudu Gwaza puts up the shot, doesn't drop, and the deflected rebound sees South Africa maintain possession. A timeout now called by James Ntweta, the coach of the South African ladies side, and 45 seconds left in this first half. Just a reminder that the main prize here for these teams in the men's and women's competition is a place in next year's 2018 IWBF World Championship for men and women, which is hosted in Germany, Hamburg. And preparations in Hamburg have been going on for quite some time. And be sure to follow their marketing campaign for the 2018 World Championships, and under the hashtag Zadonk. All right, back to the action now as Moeng from South Africa gets Kamladin now to inbound the ball. Passes it to Moeng. Moeng pivots, but ball bounces off her wheel, and Marlene Musa picks up possession. Sends it to Shate, and she manages to get the Zim girls across the half court. And the ball goes through to Muturini, but her shot is unsuccessful. And Moeng now for South Africa finds the number 10, Aviva Ngoni, and she manages to convert. The game clock runs down, 4 seconds left of this first half, and it's going to see South Africa take a comfortable 19-point lead into the second half, leading Zimbabwe by 21 points to 2, and that will draw the end of the first half, and we will be back shortly with the second half. Secretary General, Maureen Orchard, to this commentary. And Maureen, welcome, and thank you very much for the support we're getting down here in South Africa.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. It's great to be here. This is my third event I've attended in South Africa, and I really enjoy it here.
Great, it's good to hear. We're very happy to have you here. Maureen, I'd like to actually spend a bit of time talking about the development of the women's game, and obviously Africa has really struggled financially. I think we don't get the support, and we just how are you seeing the women's game in Africa compared to the rest of the world?
It's a struggle here. There's no question about it, but it's a struggle in all of the zones, including Europe and the Americas. The money isn't there for the women. The women are late into the game in the first place. It takes them often a little bit longer after an injury or something like that to get going. So it's a real struggle. We find when I first got involved, I came out of the able-bodied side, and it really bothered me that we had so much trouble getting stuff going. So we've pushed really hard. IWBF has recognized the need to have competition, so we have the under 25 for women now. Most women come into the game as part of a men's club.
Yes.
Don't get to play a lot.
Yeah.
So the importance of having this championship for women is that it forces governments to recognize it needs to be independent.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's definitely the case in the South African setup. A lot of our ladies play the men's team, but as I mentioned earlier in our commentary, South Africa this year managed to get a national women's league going, and it's given the South African ladies an opportunity to definitely get more competition. So hopefully the rest of Africa can follow suit and get national leagues going around the continent.
That's certainly the secret for women. They have to be able to play with women against women. And the game is different. There's no question about it. It's not as fast. It's under the basket. But the reality is that when they get a chance to play as women in a women's league, then the tempo picks up. And I look at the difference now at our World Championships and the Paralympic Games on the women's side over when I first got involved 25 years ago, and there's no comparison. They're playing basketball now.
Absolutely. Back to the action, and a bit of running repairs there to the Zimbabwean chairs, and number 11 for Zimbabwe is Juliet Mutariri, and finds her captain Musa, who's been definitely the stand-up player for the Zimbabweans, despite all the struggles they're having at the moment. Ball goes out of bounds, and South Africa will pick up the possession. Maureen, just talking about the World Championships next year, it looks like a lot of effort is going into making this a successful World Championships, and just like to hear a little bit more about those preparations so far.
Well, I was just in Hamburg last week, actually, for a site visit and for our council meeting, and it's really good to see them. We had an opportunity to meet with the LOC, talk about the plans that are being put in place. We're about to set a date for the draw. We're waiting for this one to be finished, of course. It's going to be very exciting. I mean, 16 men's teams and 12 women's teams. That's 28 teams at the venues, and it's going to be wall-to-wall basketball.
Oh, that's definitely what we want, and I'm sure the teams playing here in the Afro World Championship qualifiers will look forward to trying to get to that one position that Africa have.
One of the things we talk about, why we think it's so important these tournaments are held well and run well, is these teams will go there, and we don't want them to be at a disadvantage that they were in a qualification tournament where it wasn't played well, the refereeing wasn't done well. So I have to compliment Wheelchair Basketball South Africa for the job they've done, and the zone executive. This is a really nice tournament. It's a good venue. The women are being treated equally as well as the men. But more importantly, they're learning what's going to be expected of them when they show up in Hamburg. They understand what the refereeing is going to be like a little bit better. And that's what's so important.
Absolutely. Back to the action, and foul called there on the Zimbabwean captain Musa, and Mkongo for South Africa will pass it to Kamladeen, and they'll be looking to get some more points on the board. Deflected there by Musa, but Moeng picks up the ball and she puts up the shot and is successful now. And Maureen, could you just tell us a bit about how the allocations are done for the teams in the World Championship through the different zones?
Well, for these championships coming up, it's the old system, and that is that every zone gets a spot promised, and the host gets a spot. So for the women, for instance, 12 teams, that's 5 of them gone, leaves 7. And the next 7 spots are given to the zone based on the team's finish at the Paralympic Games.
Okay.
So the top 7 teams are in a spot for their zone. We're about to change that, though.
Okay. Back to the action. Foul called there on number 8 for Zimbabwe. That's Merlin Majoni, and South Africa will inbound.
We've just decided at our executive council meeting that we would go to a system that would still have teams. Every zone gets an automatic qualification spot, and the next spots would go again based on the finishes. But we're going to have the last chance tournament, if you will, similar to what FIBA put in place last time, where we would have 3 spots for men and 1 spot for women at the Paralympics. And 5 and 2 or 3, we're still working out the final numbers. So if a team was really strong and their zone maybe only had 2 spots, they'd have a chance to come back and have a final go at the remaining 2 spots or 3 spots. We think that'll make it. We think it'll be a very exciting tournament, but we also think it'll reward teams that are in a really strong zone and just don't get a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. South Africa, shot goes up there by Kamladeen, and rebound picked up initially by Dudu Mtheleni, but Zimbabwe coming away with it. And Nyasha Abudu in possession, but once again unable to get out of their half, and the defense, while the South African goals sees the Zimbabweans called for the 8-second shot clock.
You know, you really have to admire the Zimbabwean women that are here with all the problems getting out of their country. Thank heaven that there was a situation here where you were able to give them chairs.
Yes.
Because they couldn't get their chairs out, so they're playing in chairs they're not familiar with, and they're not quitting. They're out there working hard and enjoying themselves and saying, hey, we're here to play.
And I think that's a very important thing about these tournaments, specifically in the African zone. I mean, we saw yesterday the Kenyan men's side up against Algeria, and it was a mismatch, but nevertheless it gives the Kenyans the opportunity to take part in this type of an event, and that can only eventually do their wheelchair basketball program a lot of good.
Well, I remind people that everybody started there. I mean, we all think of Canada and the United States and the women's side and Germany being so strong, but there was a time when they wouldn't have had much better game than this one, to be quite honest.
Sure.
They had to start somewhere, and the difference was they have stronger government support, they have more tournaments in their zone. These women will get better, and only because we're giving them an opportunity will they go back and say, hey, I want to play this and I want to get more play in it.
Definitely. Kamladeen now for South Africa, trying to extend their lead. The scoring seems to have dried up a bit in this particular encounter with 4 minutes left in this third quarter. And Dudu Mtheleni finds Moeng. Moeng puts up the shot, but it's unsuccessful, but she manages to get a rebound and finishes off and draws the foul out of the Zimbabwean number 8, and that's Merlin Majoni. So takes Moeng to the line for the additional shot. Unsuccessful with that, and once again the Zimbabwean captain Musa picks it up and tries to get something going for the Zimbabweans, but the South African girls are on top of it, and Moeng finds Kamladeen, who plays her back in, and she is called for the offensive foul. All right, so foul there on Moeng, and Zimbabwe will take possession. Maureen, if you could just also tell us how are the country that hosts the World Championship, how are they chosen?
It's a bid process, and for the last one, the ones that we're going to in 2018, Germany put forward a bid based on the fact that Hamburg was originally bidding for the 2024 Olympics and Paralympics. And so it was an opportunity for them to prove to the world that they could handle a disability sport game. The people of Hamburg decided they weren't bidding for the Paralympic Games after all. And we're really very lucky that the government there said, look, we're committed, we've promised you the support, and you've still got it.
Well, I must say, I think South Africa finds himself in a similar situation. The city of Durban was due to host the 2022 Commonwealth Games here in Durban, and unfortunately the city had to withdraw their bid due to financial implications, and it was a blow for wheelchair basketball, as it was going to have the first sort of the 3-on-3 tournament at the Commonwealth Games. And I know us at wheelchair basketball would love to one day host the World Championships, whether it be the under 23s or the senior tournament. And I think an event like this gives us shows to the world that we can host tournaments of such nature.
Well, I know that we were really disappointed also when South Africa gave back the Commonwealth Games in 2022, particularly because you've been such strong supporters of us finally getting wheelchair basketball into the games. I'm pleased to say that it looks like wheelchair basketball, as a result of that support, will make it into the 2022 games
regardless of where it is.
Yeah, so big thank you to wheelchair basketball South Africa for supporting the idea of the games being having wheelchair basketball in the first place. But you're right, it's a loss in this area to promote and show the skills and the ability.
As we were discussing with Norbert a bit earlier, people that don't follow the game of wheelchair basketball and other disability sports actually don't really realize that these are athletes, and we've noticed it here in South Africa, where people come down and watch games for the first time and are absolutely blown away with the athleticism that's on display.
We always say, if we can get you in the court one day, you'll come back to where we do fan, and it's true. I don't know how many people tell me they came to watch it because they wanted to support the poor athletes, and they came back to watch the athletes, and that's what's really exciting, because really it's basketball played in a wheelchair.
Exactly. I mean, you put an able-bodied person in the wheelchair, and they won't be able to compete at all. So, us here at Wheelchair Basketball South Africa are looking at ways of increasing the awareness of the sport, and we are looking towards more able-bodied people getting involved in the sport. So,
well, some of our countries allow it, Canada being one of the ones, because of the size of the country and when you think it's the second largest country in the world, but the population is 35 million. Wheelchair basketball introduced able-bodied players to have enough players to play.
Yeah.
It was really that simple. And what we found out, that it was also an amazing opportunity to have some people that don't live in wheelchairs understand what happens for people that do. So it was a really good opportunity. It also allowed, in many cases, for instance, we had a young man who was injured and playing Canadian football, thought he'd never be able to play with his friends again. Well, wheelchair basketball in Canada, because they have able-bodied players, allowed him to play with his friends again, and not just sit on the sidelines and let them sit on the sidelines. It has a place. Internationally, not yet, and maybe never, but certainly within many of the countries, more and more are now introducing it, because it's a good game, and again, it's a really good opportunity for people to
Absolutely. Back to the action here as Zimbabwe look to get more points on the board. The captain there, Musa, bit of a size difference between Musa of Zimbabwe and Congo of South Africa. And the small South African inflicts the foul on the Zimbabwean there. 2 shots now. It's a chance for Zimbabwe to trouble the scorekeeper a bit.
Well, we both know that height has a lot to do in basketball and wheelchair basketball, but sometimes it has even more to do in wheelchair basketball because you can't jump. Although we're working on it, but you can't jump.
But nevertheless, some of the smaller players used more on the defensive plays, and I can tell you that Mandisa Mkongo for the South Africans, she holds her own against a lot of the mean players in the South African League, and I think in Algeria she actually was the most valuable player. So a great young player.
It's a different skill set, let's face it. In wheelchair basketball, a one-pointer can hold a four-pointer out.
Exactly. Linda Busele adds to the score there for the South African team as we wind down here in the third quarter with 1 minute, just over 1 minute to go. And Maureen, also good to see a good contingent of international classifiers here, really monitoring our players, and they seem to have quite a thankless job here. They're here early in the morning and they leave late at night, so big respect to them.
Well, classification is so important to our sport because we're one of the few that allow persons with major levels of disability and minimal ages of disability play together on the court. So it's really important that the system is handled well, and the classifiers do an amazing job. Wheelchair basketball was the first sport to go away from medical classification to functional classification. We were the sport that said, no, this is about sport, it's not about medical disabilities. And we worked very, very hard to have our classification system ensure that every player, whether they're a 1 point or 4.5, is key to the sport being successful.
And it actually adds such an interesting dynamic, having myself coming out of an able-bodied background as a FIBA referee. You know, when you see the dynamics that the point system allows, as you said, to make things even, it keeps it really interesting. As Dudugwaza converts there for South Africa, and with 16 seconds left in the third quarter, South Africa take a 33-5 lead. And Zimbabwe really struggling at this point. Dudugwaza picks up the possession, hopefully gets an opportunity to shoot. She does. Shot goes up, unsuccessful, and that brings the third quarter of this encounter here in Durban, South Africa, to a close, with South Africa leading 33 points to 5. And just a big thank you to Maureen Orchard for joining us here in this quarter, and I hope that you guys are watching us here live on our live feed. Got some good insights into basketball, IWBF, and just how things are working at the moment. Thank you very much, Maureen.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. I'll be around for the rest of the week, so maybe we'll do it again.
Absolutely, we look forward to it, and just to let everybody out there know, we will be inviting guest commentators and trying to bring some more information for everybody out there. So we'll be back shortly for the final quarter of this match, and stay tuned. Be back soon. Thank you very much. All right, folks, now we're back here at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre as Zimbabwe and South Africa women try to wind up this opening match. And South Africa with a 33 points to 5 lead, and looks like they will open their encounter with a victory. All right, the Zimbabwean captain Musa in possession for her team, closely guarded there by the South African number 7, Simpiwe Mangele. Glovo puts a shot up, unsuccessful, but Miska Kamaladin unable to pick up the rebound, but South Africa will maintain possession. Mandisa Mkongo hasn't passed it to the referee, so they'll go back and inbound it once more. Once again, welcome to everybody from across the world, and please feel free to comment on this stream, and we will try and get some answers for you. We will be having special commentary from the international delegates, so if you have any questions that you want answered, please put them down and let's see how we can answer them for you. Back to the action. Zimbabwe captain Musa battling to get past Dudugwaza, and somehow the referee didn't pick up a half-court violation, and off she goes again. Zimbabwe number 7, Nyasha Abudu, knocks the ball out of bounds, and South Africa will pick it up, and Miska Kamaladin plays it to Dudugwaza. She finds number 7 for South Africa is Simpiwe Mkele, but not much joy there for the Zimbabweans, and South Africa back on the attack. Dudugwaza plays it out to Kamaladin. Miska looking to get Dudugwaza in, and she breaks into the key, puts up the shot, bounces out of the basket, and Kamaladin picks it up, puts up the shot once more, unsuccessful, and the vertically challenged Nkungu picks up the rebound, and Dudugwaza shots flying in, and Mankele manages to beat the shot clock and gets the basket for South Africa. 35 points to 5, a 30-point lead here for the South African ladies, and doing the country proud after the disappointment of the men's team losing to Morocco last night in their opening encounter. Just a reminder, up next is the South African men's team as they take on the strong Egyptian side, and it promises also to be a very tough encounter for the South African team, and they'll be looking to bounce back and get themselves on the board. Just another reminder that the competition is 7 men's team, and at the end of the pool stages, the top 4 sides will progress to the semi-finals, where the top side will play the 4th placed finish team, and then position 2 and position 3 will play in the other semi-final. And for the women, they'll play pool stages, and then everybody has the opportunity to make the final again with the semi-finals, which will go down on Thursday, and your finals come to you live on WBSA's Facebook page on Friday in the afternoon. And just a reminder that on the Saturday, the 25th of November, will be the first ever 3-on-3 African Championship. South Africa still maintain possession. Judy Gwaza and Kelebo Khele Moeng dominating the point scoring for South Africa, both with 11. Miska Kamladeen has 4, and for Zimbabwe, the points are spread between 3 players. The captain Nusa Ndlovu and Juliet Mutarini, both with 2.